gotta get a camera. It's just a given. I need to invest in a camera because this phone and this tripod thing is just not working for
the girl and she's on fire, hotter than a fantasy, lonely like a highway. She's living in a world and it's on fire, filled with catastrophe.
What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Danny B. Nicole, and I am back with another video. Last week we had some technical difficulties, and this is another reason why I need to get a camera, because your girl is clumsy as AF, and I was running, tripped and fall, which happens a lot, and I went flying, boom, iPhone dead. So Apple was tripping because they said they were going to take literally 2 weeks to get me a phone, so I was forced to upgrade. So yeah, now we got this all situated and I'm back, and I am going to do my video about my 100 pounds and how I lost it, just different things. Trying to do a quick video. I don't want to be too long, and share with you guys some big news that is happening tomorrow morning, which I am so excited and I cannot wait for this. So yeah, 100 pounds. People say, wow, you don't look like you lost 100 pounds. Wow, you don't look like you had 100 pounds on you. Well, I did. Period. No, I did, for real. So yeah, people always say, like, what motivated you to start? And honestly, what motivated me to start was just so very superficial and not motivating at all. I was just tired of being the chubby friend and, you know, guys not paying attention to me. So it was just so, like, I don't have any motivating story as to why I started the weight loss journey. The journey, if I can talk, the journey evolved when I started realizing, you know, how therapeutic working out was and eating healthy and how much I really enjoyed the whole process. That's when it turned into something else and something more. So that's where I am right now. So yeah, I know, like, when you look at stuff, like, I didn't plan to lose 100 pounds. That was not my goal. I didn't sit down and say, hey, I'm gonna lose 100 pounds. That's not where it started. I literally was just like, man, if I could lose 20 pounds at this point and keep it off, because I tried every quick diet, Lemonade, Beyonce, Kim K, J-Lo, whatever you want to choose. I tried it all. Fasting, eating salad for days, and it's just crazy diets where I really didn't even understand the nutrition, what my body type needed, what works for my body type, what I needed to reach the goals I wanted. And really, my main goal was, I just want to be skinny, was the first thing. Like, I just want to be skinny. That's it. I don't care what I gotta do. Like, if I gotta live in the gym, I gotta live in the gym. And I got fed up with, you know, losing 30 pounds, gaining it back, losing 20 pounds, gaining it back. And I'm like, okay, this is obviously not the way. So let me look at changing my whole eating and everything. So I started doing research. And at first, what everyone says, diet, which is going to be 80% of your results, was the hardest thing for me to grasp, because, you know, you have to think about it. Like, you build these habits, these bad habits of eating bad. You know, I've been eating bad all 20-some years of my life. So I have 20 years of eating bad that I'm trying to reverse. It is going to take time. It's going to take a lot of trial and error. It's going to take a lot of great weeks followed by crash weeks where you are just binging. And that's just what happened. Taking away a lot of flavor and taste, because I was so used to all the salt and all the flavor and all the fats that I didn't, you know, it was just hard. The food was not good. I've been trying to be transparent. Like, it was hard. The food wasn't good. It wasn't like I was like, yum, can't wait to get to this broccoli. You know, like, now when you talk to me, like, let me saute some broccoli with some basting oil from Wegmans. If you don't have a Wegmans in your area, you don't know nothing about that, you need to Google it, because it definitely will hook your vegetables up. But let me get some basting oil and put that on my veggies. Let me tell you, it's a whole new world. But yeah, so what was I gonna say? So like I changed my eating. Now for me, the thing where I hated egg whites, and that was like a lot of protein, like it's a lot of protein and it's a lean protein, right? And I hated them. I literally would be gagging as I was eating them. Like I wouldn't encourage you to do it the way I do it, because I forced myself to eat this nasty stuff and I just kind of sucked it up and swallowed, because it was, at the end of the day, my main focus, because I was so fed up with being overweight, was to lose weight. So I literally would just be, and it was hard, like hard. Once I finally got into a routine, I was literally like, I would go to the YMCA and I would do 45 minutes running, 45 minutes on the elliptical, 45 minutes on the stair step. I mean, it was nuts. And then I would go and do weights for like hours. And it turned into a kind of an obsession, and not a healthy obsession. I remember reading like the hardest thing when you're losing weight is your mindset, is getting that to a good place. And honestly, I tell you, it really is. It is just the hardest thing I've had to deal with this weight loss journey. And I will make a video just talking about like my mindset and my mental and what I had to overcome. But yeah, like I was just like going crazy. Like somebody, like you would see me and I was just getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. I mean, like I got down to a size 2. And I remember my grandma would say, old school grandmas, I don't know what you're doing, but I don't like it. And it was, I was eating less than 1,000 calories. And then that kind of triggered into me being like, I was eating less than 1,000 calories. I was like down to like I think it was like 138 pounds, but I was so determined to get to 130. And I just jumped on that scale every freaking day. And I just developed a lot of toxic habits, as far as like, constantly just speaking bad to myself, constantly just like, I have to get to 30, I have to get to 130, I'm not gonna be happy until I get to 130, constantly crying and just spewing just negativity, even though, you know, from the outside looking in, it was like, oh my god, you're getting so small, you just look happy. Like, no, I'm not. Not one bit. Like, I'm not happy. So I definitely, that triggered into like depression, which turned into like an eating disorder. And like I got so skinny, I was like a size 2. And that happened. Now when I got to the size 2, when I got to 138, that's when the eating disorder started, and me like struggling with depression, because I had fixated on this number that I had to reach 130. And it was just unhealthy. It just became very unhealthy. I was in a very, 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 very unhealthy space. And kind of just was doing things unhealthy, you know. So fast forward, and, you know, I end up going through a roller coaster of weight, gaining it, losing it, gaining it, losing it. And then recently, probably last year, I gained 60 pounds back. Yes, that's right. 60 pounds back of the 100 I had lost. You want to talk about feeling defeated? Girl, I literally, oh, let me check my camera and make sure it's still recording. Okay, yeah, I just had to make sure, y'all, because I'm working on this phone. I got this bootleg setup, but I'm going to work on my setup. But anyways, so I gained 60 pounds. So literally, I was so depressed, y'all. I was like 200 pounds. I'm like, what in the world? How did this happen? It just snuck up on me. And I'm an emotional eater. That's just who I am. So when I'm feeling depressed and not good about myself, I'm going to eat and eat and eat and eat. So that's kind of what happens. That's how you'll know where my mindset is in. Because if I start gaining weight, call for help. Something's not right. So I gained the 60 pounds, got fired from my job. I lost friends that I thought were my friends. And it was just craziness. I'm like, yo, it can't get no worse than this. And honestly, I had to sit down because I literally had nothing left. I mean, like, it couldn't have got no worse than that. And I had to sit down and I was like, okay, so when I approach this time, clearly I've noticed the pattern that my mental is what's holding me back from reaching my real goals. So I just had to change my mental and really deep dive into my eating and my body type and pay attention to what works for me. And, you know, during like, you know, when my menstrual's on, and certain foods make me like bloated, and certain foods affect me certain ways, and certain foods will just make me look real toned. And I just had to learn that through trial and error and patience. Like literally patience. That is, if you're starting a weight loss journey, don't put a number on there. Don't tell yourself you gotta get to 130. Don't tell yourself that you gotta lose 30 pounds. Don't tell yourself don't put no numbers, and throw that goddamn scale away. That scale is the devil. And just literally just figure out your body type, figure out your blood type, figure out what works for you. And you're only gonna figure that out by trial and error. You can definitely partner with a trainer, but I stress the issue, be careful with trainers, because it is a hot commodity right now and people are cashing out. Make sure your trainer is knowledgeable and knows what he's talking about. Fact check him, but at least he's there to assist you and like guide you. So definitely you need a meal plan. You need a meal plan. I don't know how else to stress this. You need a meal plan. You need a meal plan. So if either you're gonna sit down and do the research and, you know, figure out how many grams of protein for what you're trying to do, because depending on what you're kind of trying to do and your body type, the grams of proteins vary. You're gonna need to have a meal plan so you have structure. Fitness and achieving fitness is very black and white. I'm gonna tell you like this. What you put into it is literally everything you're gonna get out of it. The more structure you have, the more discipline, the more plan, the more like you write out your day. I'm going to work out and do this at 6. I'm going to do this, eat every 2 hours, making sure you reach your gallon of water. The more you check, the more good you do and make sure you reach off all of your like points. Each day you're going to get closer to your goal. And it may not be why I say, ladies, just especially for ladies, stay away from the scale, because it may, like, you literally may not lose a pound, but you can lose body fat. You can lose inches off your waist. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can look more toned, and the scale will literally lie to you. It's a lie. Don't correct me. It's a lie. So, yeah, you want to have a meal plan. Have a meal plan. So either you're going to do the research and figure out, you can go on Google and type in macros calculator, and it'll bring up a bunch of free macro calculators where you can put in your height, your weight, your gender, what you're trying to do. Like, you know, some of them will say, are you trying to gain muscle, tone, lose weight? Like, what are you trying to do? And it will give you somewhat of a breakdown. You take that breakdown and you start, because the breakdown is very generic, but all of us are different. All of us are different. It's just point blank period. So you take that meal plan and you try it out for 2 weeks and see, do you like the results it's giving you? If you feel like, okay, it's bloated, maybe your body's not absorbing your insulin from your body is not absorbing carbs enough, so you need to reduce that. Or maybe you're not getting enough carbs. It's just like literally trial and error. That's the main thing. Like, you're eating and your mental is the two things. And I am going to go in a video just talk about how I overcame my depression, because I know it was really quick. I just wanted to put something out there. There are things I'm still working on to this day within myself to create peace and keep myself focused on my goals so that I don't fall off track. Some days I do take a break. Some days I take 5 days off from the gym and 5 days off from my meal plan. I don't beat myself up about it. Hey, I just need a break from eating this cod, because I'm going to go crazy if I eat another piece of cod. So I'm taking a time out. It's okay. Nobody who is in fitness does fitness 24/7, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. They don't. It's just it means that someone would be perfect. It's unhumane. Or is it inhumane? I don't know. Whatever. You get what I'm saying? But like, people don't do fitness 365 days out the year. Like, they take breaks. You got life. You got things going on. Like, it's okay. Take a time out. And it doesn't matter. Like, I think people need to pay attention when they go on this fitness goal. It doesn't matter how many times you fall down. It's if you get back up, because a lot of people don't get back up. It literally, you're trying to teach your body and your mind new habits. Just keep that in mind. Like, that is one of the hardest things to do, is break a habit. Your body, your brain is a muscle memory. It doesn't want to do anything that's out of habit, because it doesn't have to work hard to do things that you've already trained it to do. So when you're trying to break that habit, your brains have to overwork. And naturally, as a human body, it doesn't want to do that. So you have to understand that it's going to take time and patience. So my main thing I want to say before I go, meal plan. Get you a meal plan. Water. Make sure you're drinking a gallon of water a day. Like, my favorite saying is a gallon of water a day keeps the pounds away. And working out. So form. I can't stress form enough. If you are not familiar with form, there are a lot of YouTube videos which will give you a breakdown. There's a lot of books you can read from Barnes and Nobles or Amazon that I've actually just started reading because I've always had a trainer to tell me about my form. I really never had to do it on my own. I wanted to actually take the initiative to learn more about form and the muscles and which muscles are connected to where. So when you're working certain things that you don't even realize, from when you're going like this to when you're going like this, you know, what other muscles you're activating. So I want to know and understand that fully. And yeah, so if you don't know, you can do YouTube, you can look at books, you can get a trainer. That's good. I mean, I know you get a trainer. Listen, getting a trainer is very good. I'm pro having a trainer. I am not pro having a trainer. Because at the end of the day, you have a trainer all you want. You still got to put in all the work. Because you can bring a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. So the trainer does not get you the results. What the trainer does is helps you, guide you, correcting your form, help you with a meal plan, because this is what they specialize in. You still get your results. But you want to make sure that no one's feeding you BS, because somebody can say something and throw a few, fitness words in there and it's smart. It sounds believable. Trust me, I've had a numerous amount of trainers. Okay? I've had so many trainers. I have went through so many trainers. So I'm telling you that you really have to, it's trial and error, and you really have to research your trainer and look, what are their certifications? What's your background? Where have you been? Where did you get your knowledge from? Because I need to know. You need to interview them like you're interviewing them for a job, because it is a job that you're paying for them to be your trainer. I finally just found the trainer that works perfect for me. He's very knowledgeable. He's very supportive. I will put his Instagram down in the description box if you are in Atlanta. Him and his girlfriend are just phenomenal, and they are very knowledgeable, very down-to-earth people, and just like, he's a real genuine person on top of just being very knowledgeable. So, that's it. I don't know. Oh, so people always tell me that I don't have saggy skin. So this is the big announcement that I wanted to wait to the end of the video to do. You always tell me I don't have saggy skin. Let me check to make sure it's still recording. People always tell me I don't have saggy skin, right? You don't look like you lost 100 pounds. You don't have saggy skin. And you're wrong. So these right here, these beautiful, lovely things here, they look like they belong to someone's grandma. If I can paint a picture, I have a lot of saggy skin. So for years, this has been something that I've been so self-conscious about ever since I've lost weight. It's kind of like, I used to have these colossal boobs. Anyone who knows me before I lost weight, they were they look like F's. They were huge. And so I lost weight, and they kind of just look like deflated balls at this point. And I've wanted to get my breasts lifted for the longest of time, because it just really bothered me. Oh, this piece of hair is driving me freaking nuts. It just really bothered me, and I just didn't feel comfortable, no matter how much I reached my fitness goals, I just did not feel comfortable with taking my bra off, or, wearing certain shirts. And my mom's gonna be like, why are you taking your bra off? Okay. That statement. But I just didn't feel comfortable, at all. So, I was going through Corona. I was saving a lot of money, obviously, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try and see if I can get my boobs done. I didn't think it was gonna work. I swear, I'm a believer that everything happens in due time when it's supposed to happen. When it is your time for it to happen, it will happen. And if it's not meant for you, it's not gonna happen. And I am a firm believer in that, because I have been trying to get my boobs done for the longest, and it just never went through. And everything has flowed so easily and so smoothly, y'all, that literally I can cry. Like, tomorrow morning, I am getting my boobs done. He does have to remove a lot of excess skin that I have from my boobs. Then he has to lift them, reconstruct them, and I am putting an implant in there just because of all the skin he is removing, which is going to reduce the size, and all the reconstruction is going to reduce the size. I'm not going too dramatic, which he will explain, because I did document when he was talking to me about it. Like, you know, we can't even go that big because of how much skin he has to remove, and then he has to, I don't know, staple, sew my skin back together. It just, like, I can't really go that big. But I don't even care. I do not care. The fact that I'm gonna look down and my boobs are gonna be looking up at me and not down at the floor. I don't care what size he makes them, okay? I'm just so happy. So I will be documenting that journey, and then everything going on. I will be documenting me trying to get back into working out, with recovery, like everything. So literally tomorrow morning, well, Wednesday morning, this is Tuesday night that I did this. Wednesday morning, I will be getting boobs. Like, I'm so happy. I like literally, y'all don't even understand. Like, everything is just falling in place. But my mental is so much stronger that I don't think if I mental back in the day, when I did not love myself and I had very low self-esteem, that I would have been able to handle getting something done like this. So I'm very blessed that it happened when it does and when it did. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like I talked a lot, y'all. I never made a video this long, but I just had so much to say, and I will make other videos just talking about like my depression and how I came over that. You know, I'll still be doing fitness videos. I'll let the videos about my the breast surgery and all the stuff, anything. Also, I'm gonna make a video about the things they do not tell you about getting your breast done, that nobody has said, that I just found out, and I was like, whoa, what is all of this? I literally thought I just paid and you put the boobs in. What are we doing? It's not that easy. So I'm gonna make a video about that too. But other than that, I think I'm gonna like head out. Yeah, bye guys.